Hello, good evening. Welcome to my mother's kitchen here in Greece. I'm Emily McGee, health and nutrition coach, and I use fermented foods as a way of getting a natural way of getting probiotics into people, especially for lowering blood pressure, lowering blood sugar, and having a good gut health and just feeling great. So what we're making today, I'm going to talk while we make. We're going to make a salsa. It's a very lively ferment. My husband and father-in-law absolutely love it. So I've got my jar. It's about a 1 liter jar. I've got my ripe tomatoes. And what I'm doing, I'm going to chop everything roughly and put it in a bowl all together. We're just basically mixing all the ingredients together. So hang on so you can see what I'm doing. I've got my green pepper. So Barbara, go along with me. We're just going to clean everything. Now, fermentation amplifies the qualities of whatever it is we're fermenting. So I'm just going to take the lids off. I'm going to actually cut the lids. Can you see me there? Yes, you can. I'm going to cut the lids like that because this might be useful at the end of it. You'll see. Let's take that. I'm just going to go to the sink and get all the seeds out. Oh, I do need to say, here we go, seeds are out, and now we are going to roughly chop them and put them into our bowl. So I do need to say I am not a fermentationist, but I am a health coach. And I specialize in changing lifestyle and helping change diets through adding good foods, not taking things out, through adding things in that they're going to improve things. So yeah, I use this in my practice with my clients. I use it in groups. I do it in the retreats. And I found that if I don't do this once a month with you good people, I forget to make my own supplies. So here we go. Now, as I was saying, fermentation amplifies the qualities of whatever it is you're fermenting, and you can ferment practically anything. So I'm making them there, bite size. Yeah, something you put on a fork. I mean, this would be too big, kind of. They will get a bit softer after the fermenting process. So peppers are very high in vitamin C. In fact, they're higher than oranges and lemons. And let me tell you here, they're high in lycopene, vitamin C, beta carotenes, especially the red ones, and they're great antioxidants. We all need antioxidants because they fight the oxidants. And oxidants, you can think of it as what comes out in the exhaust pipes, of a car or something. We have oxidants as well. On one side, we've got energy, we do the stuff we want and everything. On the other side, there's oxidants. And antioxidants just makes everything balanced and makes it all good and well. A very simplified way of saying it, but I don't want to get into too much technical stuff. So peppers is a very good food. Like I say, it's got much more vitamin C than oranges. So definitely we want them in our diet. And with this concoction you're going to make today, it will last in the fridge for 6 months. So if you've managed, especially if you've managed to get organic peppers, and I have to say with peppers, it is worth it. If you manage to get organic peppers, then it's a great supply for 6 months. Now, this recipe calls for 2 green or 2 red peppers. I always do 1 and 1 because you're going to get something different from each one. Now, I've got 2 red peppers, two peppers. I've got 1 of each, roughly chopped. 1 medium onion, bigger one. 2 medium onions, roughly chopped. The onion is part of the cruciferous vegetables, the cruciferous family. And here, let me write that it's high in sulfur, quercetin, anthocyanin. It protects the body from ulcers, cancer, and it has antibiotic and antithrombotic effects. I have to say, the cruciferous family, which has the onions, it has garlics, it has spring onions, broccoli, cauliflower. That category of food, you need to have it in your diet every day. If you can't eat it in the foods, I mean, put it in a smoothie, but put in your soups, your salads, anything you do. Make sure you have food from the cruciferous category every day in your food. In fact, 3 servings, they say. It's a lot. But anyway, that's something to aspire to. So we're going to put our onions. Now, if you can find a local food market, it's great. Something local to you, that's great. If you can find organic, that's great. Not so much necessary with the onions, but the peppers it is, roughly chopped, pretty similar size. And yeah, if you have to buy conventional, try not to get it from something that's in a plastic bag, because it's in a plastic bag. I mean, how much goodness will it have? So try from a food market, try from a farmer you know, just try and get something. My eyes are watering. As close to something your grandmother would find. That's how I say it. Would your grandmother find it? Then eat that. That's fine. Right. So now I'm going with the 8 to 10 red tomatoes, small pieces. These look gorgeous. Again, from the local market. Now, what are the tomatoes? What are they high? They're high in lycopene. Again, lycopene is good for lots of things, including the heart, the eyes. So we want lycopene. It's good for oral health, the heart, the bones. Has anti-cancer properties. But one thing with tomatoes, God, that onion was a good one. I'm crying. But yes, the thing with the tomatoes, if you have joint pain, you gotta watch it. And it has happened to me two or three clients. Joint pain, all of them, well, the two or three that I have come across, they love tomatoes. So now it's the first thing I say is like, do you eat tomatoes? They love tomatoes, and I get it, but if it's something that's not good for you, eventually it will show up somewhere. Intolerances, they show up somewhere, and it might just mean taking a break from what you're eating for a bit, from that food, especially if it's something you're eating every single day. Yeah. Now, how I use it with my clients, it's after we do a few basic things, kind of try and make the diet a bit better, make sure that everything bowels is moving a bit better. Then we start introducing the ferments. It's a way of getting probiotics into your body. You can either pay 30-40 euro for a little bottle of probiotics, because with probiotics, as with most things, quality counts. You can either do 30-40 euro to buy a little bottle of probiotics, or you can do this. So you can get probiotics for the cost of the vegetables. What you need to know about probiotics, which are good gut bacteria, is that they stay in your intestines for about a week, and then they're out of it. So you have to have a constant supply of probiotics. Like I said, they're the good gut bacteria. 1, 2, 3, 4. What have I done? 4. Let me take 4 more. 6, 7. Okay, well, this is 9. Okay. Barbara, you're good there? You're making along, you're okay? Your hands are probably dirty, so you can't type, so don't worry about it. Yeah. So what it is, the intestines, where they say it's the second brain, there are actually studies that say maybe it's the first brain. Why? Because they found that there's more messages going from the intestines up to the brain than the other way around. And the intestines, the gut, is where 70 to 80% of our immune system is based. So Mother Nature expected the threat to our health to come from the mouth. So most of our immune system is in the gut to protect us. So you want a good, healthy gut. If the gut isn't well, for sure there will be something else. I would have been an irritable bowel syndrome person until I had babies in my 30s, because that's when I started being careful what I ate, and that's when I went back to school to become a health and nutrition coach, because I needed to be able to feed my family, to offer them some protection. I knew that I couldn't feed them I didn't know how to support them, because I have autoimmune issues in my family, and so does my husband. Actually, my husband has autoimmune issues. So I knew that it was important that they get some protection, and it is diet and lifestyle. It is. There's no doubt about it. So I feel confident that if anything does happen down the line, because sometimes things that do happen, they will have a strong body to be able to cope with things. As will I. I'm pretty confident now that I was heading down the road for something. But anyway, yes, all good now. Now we're eating ferments, and the children can eat ferments. What it is with the ferment, when you ferment, basically they're going to be in a salt substance, in a brine, and it's the right environment for the bacteria to start eating the natural sugars in the vegetables. So they start eating that and producing off gases and things like that, little bacteria, even smaller bacteria. And then this is a high content salsa full of probiotics. I don't even know if I've explained it properly, but anyway, hopefully you get the picture. We're creating the right environment for good bacteria to be generated, and just a mouthful of this is enough. 9, one more 10. A mouthful of this, a fork. No, you can have more than a forkful of this. Sorry, I was getting confused with my others. Yeah, just you accompany your main meal with this. This stays in the fridge once it's ready, and you bring it out and just put a little bit on the side of your plate. More is not better. Just keep it present, and you'll always have some good gut bacteria. It's great for regulating weight. It's great for reducing cravings. When I have people with cravings, like, right, okay, we need to get the ferments in, because when you do have the cravings and you need the chocolate, you need the crisps, you need something. Is it you asking for it, or is it the gut bacteria that's living in your intestines? It's more the gut bacteria that's living in your intestines, I'm telling you. And we always have good guys and bad guys, but we want them balanced. And antibiotics, chronic stress, lots of medication, where you live, the situation, anything can affect what is in our intestines. A diet low in antioxidants, low in colorful food, that will cause a bit of an imbalance in the intestines. So, how do I start that? I lost my train of thought. Yes, the point is, when there's stress, when there has been antibiotics, when there has been a diet poor in natural foods, then there's an imbalance. Then you get more of the gut bacteria that want chocolate and crisps and things like that, and less of the bacteria that are happy eating this stuff. Now, I was a meat and potato eater. Now I'm making this and I'm trying to contain the saliva in my mouth, because my mouth is watering at the thought that I'll be able to eat this. I did not eat any vegetables. That's who I was. Anyway, that's the tomato. Let me get the rest of the things in. 2 red green, 1 medium onion, 1 to 2 garlic cloves. Here they are. Ta-da! I will put 2 because it is worth it, because these are part of the cruciferous veg. So they're very beneficial. And I actually ferment garlic separately when I'm dealing especially with somebody that's got high blood pressure, for example. They're brilliant. They're just like taking a blood pressure medication, only natural. So anyway, yeah, so what was I saying? If you have cravings and it's like, oh, I can't control myself and stuff like that, it might not be up to you. Once the bacteria living in your intestines shift, they just need to shift. They don't need to completely change, just shift a bit. towards the good side. Then the dark side, that wants the chocolate, fades a little bit. You know, it loses its power. And I definitely see it with me, like the periods of indulgence. I go into the shop and I'm like, oh, I want a chocolate. And that's when I know that, oh, I haven't been eating my ferments. Just put a bit of ferments in. Now, what am I going to do with this one? Minced, garlic minced. Let's get the minced. There we go. Here's a mincer. Now, so just go into here, into my bowl of vegetables. Looks all good at the moment. You know what? I'm actually going to put this in a glass bowl because I don't, it's better for the fermenting process as well if you're in a glass bowl. Just because things interact, I don't know. That's how they taught me, that's what I do, basically. Now, where are we? 8:25. Gotta make sure. There we go. We finished. Now I'm gonna put the rest in as well. That's fine. That's fine. So we've got this. Let me get a bigger bowl.
Emily,
Yes.
Emily,
Yes.
are you listening to me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Oh.
I have to leave, but I'm waiting for the video. Okay.
Yes, you'll get the recording. Okay. Thanks for joining. See you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. Right. Right. So we're here, Barbara, in a bigger bowl. Now I'm going to put the herbs. Handful of fresh coriander. If you like coriander, put it in. I don't particularly like it, so I don't put it in. So, you know, your choice. See how you feel. Now we're going to do 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of fine sea salt. Forgot the fine sea salt. Right, 2 teaspoons. There. 2 teaspoons of fine sea salt. I've got Himalayan salt. If you've got something like Maldon, Celtic salt, you want kosher sea salt. The ingredients are just sea salt, nothing else. Why? Because it's high in minerals and it won't have anti-caking agents and things like that. So you want a nice salt. Half a teaspoon cumin seeds. Here's the cumin seeds. Now, you don't have to get the portions exactly, which I'm not using a measuring spoon. I'm just using a teaspoon. There. This one, right, sure. Give it another little bit. Again, all these things are going to give us lots of good qualities, and the fermentation is going to amplify them. Pinch of smoked paprika. This is not paprika. Pinch, I'm just going to do this. Just a little bit. And freshly ground pepper. Half a teaspoon. Now, this is it. This is it. This is the concoction. Hands are clean because we've cleaned them. We start doing the vegetables. So we're going to just mix all this together. Just mix it up. Let everything get everywhere. Right, and then we're going to put them into our jar. So quickly do that. You know, looking at it, I think I would have put another onion in just for the colors. You want the multicolored thing there. That's very red now. I think I would like a bit more original than 2 green peppers today. Right. Or I might have done 11 tomatoes. I don't know. I have to watch the video. So we've just mixed everything up, right? And I'm literally just going to put it in there and I'm going to pack it down. There's lots of juices at the bottom, but just pack it down. Right, I'm going to need another jar for this. I'm going to put the juices up. There. It smells fantastic. And in fact, it's already bubbling. This is one of the liveliest ones it ferments there are. Well, of the simple ones that I make, this is definitely the liveliest. It bubbles something shocking, and that's how you know you've got signs of life, when you see bubbles in the jar. So what we want is we want all these things to be under the liquid. That's why I'm pressing the veg a bit, because then you get all the liquid coming up. There. You can see the liquid. Now, in 2 to 3 days, you'll see bubbles, maybe even earlier. What you need to do is put this on a plate. Don't leave it by itself because it spits. It has to be a kiln jar like this. Fermentation is an anaerobic process. So we're going to do this. Now, you need something to weigh it down because the vegetables will try and go up. You can do a stone. I've got this stone from the beach and I just press it down and leave it there. And then there's a bit of weight to keep it down. You can roll this in the way. Or you can use the peppers. Because it's a big solid piece, it won't ferment. It will take a lot of time for the bacteria to break this down. That's right. So actually, is this one? Yes, that one's there. You want 2.5 centimeters to leave from the top. I'm going to clean my hands. Enough water. Now, I've put the pepper lid on top. And you know what? I'm actually going to put the stone on as well. Just give it a bit more weight. Keep everything down. I want 2.5 centimeters, and now I close it. And that's it. This takes about 3 days, but you leave it 5 days. Okay, so you're going to get the instructions. All right, okay. I've got 10 minutes. Barbara, let me know if you have any questions. Because that's it. Zoom's going to give us 10 minutes. What I do is I take a little label and I'm going to write here salsa. Salsa. Whoa. And at the top, I'm going to put today's date, which is 25 October. And I'm going to put the words burp and ready. Now, this is burping in 3 days. So the 25th, so the 28th of October. And ready in 5 days, which is the 30th of October. So I put a sticker like this to remind me. Put it on my jar. There. And I put it on a plate. And I might even put it on a soup plate. So this is it. Like I said, it's very lively. It spits. Watch out, it spits. So you need a plate under it or something to collect the juices. It's a great addition to any plate. You just need to lift a spoon. No double dipping. So just keep 1 spoon of this so to serve everybody. Yeah, and that's it. It's a great present for Christmas as well, if you wanted to make it for Christmas. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And that's it. And I'll be sending a recording and the recipe. Let me just thank you for joining. Let me just close the recording and then bye.